Hi everyone, this is Cracking the Pop Culture Code with Logan Bergeron
and Olivia Oath. And today we have a special guest, Ethan Dunn, with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yep, today we're going to talk about the Oscars.
Well, first off, let's just talk about the nominations. What do you guys want to start off with? We can go down the actors and actresses.
Okay.
So, I think in actor in supporting role, I think it was obvious that Brad Pitt was going to win. I didn't really know. I liked Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, but other than that, I didn't really have a strong opinion in this category.
I really didn't think that The Irishman was that special of a film. Just like, it was really long, and the actors, it didn't stick out to me. It felt like they were acting to me. It didn't feel realistic, but I really felt like in The Two Popes, Anthony Hopkins really just like nailed in that character for me while I was watching it. I just really liked him as a whole, and it felt convincing.
Yeah, I think with the Irishman especially, all the characters kind of blended together, and yeah, I think Brad Pitt did a pretty good job at playing that role.
So actor in leading role, Joaquin really stuck out of the mix. He did a really good job in The Joker, I think. I really didn't like Adam Driver.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
His character is kind of bland and easy, I think, to portray.
Yelling is one of the easiest forms of acting, and that's what he did, was yell.
I definitely saw a lot of tweets where it was like, that scene between Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, it felt like any theater class practicing their fighting. It just didn't feel realistic at all. And I also feel like Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes, I feel like Anthony, like a supporting role, deserves that kind of recognition, but I feel like for best actor, like people like Joaquin really stick out differently because it's not the normal acting that you see, and I just think he did really well.
I think Joaquin really became the Joker. Like, you were really convinced that he was the Joker and that he was actually kind of crazy in the mind.
Yeah, I saw that movie a while ago, and just like the layers of depth that like he portrayed as that one character is just amazing.
Yeah, my favorite part is at the end when he is in the cop car and he's hitting everything, and he stands on top of the car while there's riots around him, and he takes his own blood and redraws his like red mouth smile. Like, that really just hit it out of the park.
I think it's so cool because like obviously he's the villain in that movie, but he makes you feel like almost like sympathetic towards that character, which I think is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to actress in supporting role. I love Kathy Bates. I didn't get around to seeing Richard Jewell though, because I feel like it wasn't really advertised that much. It just kind of popped up in theaters.
Yeah.
So I never got around to seeing that. I thought Scarlett Johansson was really well in Jojo Rabbit. I liked her character in Jojo Rabbit a lot better than Marriage Story.
Mm-hmm.
She is such a versatile actress, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's always jokes about her like playing all these different types of roles, and I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, that's really hard to do, to just like jump around from character to character and do it so well and flawlessly.
Yeah, because she plays like a mother figure in both, but like they're just two opposite mother figures in both the movies.
Yeah, one is a Nazi.
Well, Nazi.
Yeah.
Quotations.
Yeah.
I didn't ever see Bombshell either.
I didn't either, but based on the like trailers, I think the main point of that movie is like just their transformation into those people, and they all looked like identical, which I think what drew me to that trailer, but I never saw it.
And I'm really biased towards Florence Pugh. Logan knows this. I love her with my entire soul and heart, and I'm kind of bitter that she didn't do as well for the supporting actress with Little Women, but at the same time, it's like
she still did a good job, and I think she's really growing as an actress right now. She's on a roll.
She's in a ton of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get a hold of her, I'm sure.
But yes, we all love Florence. Her beauty is immaculate.
What are your thoughts on Laura Dern in A Marriage Story?
I think she was one of the more better characters in Marriage Story, and I really didn't like Marriage Story, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was just kind of boring.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was up to par with Oscar.
I agree.
I agree. I love Laura Dern, And I don't know. I feel like there could have been some better options for supporting actress.
I agree, because I feel like she
think-
just kind of blended into the, like, she played her character well, but I don't think it stood up to
Like-
the rest of the people.
I think the supporting actress, like all these are really well known
Yeah.
actresses. I think it was a really big year for this category because there's so many
Definitely agree.
good nominations, and I agree with all the nominations for this category.
I can agree with that. Before we get to best
Actress.
film
Oh.
or actress, sorry, I totally forgot about that one.
Actress in leading role. I never saw Harriet. I didn't see Judy either, but I heard Judy was really good.
I did watch that one. It was really, really good.
Judy?
Yeah, especially because it's about Judy Garland, and you always saw her as America's sweetheart, but you didn't see her in that light as she grew up. She just kind of became like in the dimmer spotlight.
Did Renee do good?
She did literally phenomenal. Like, I couldn't imagine anyone else playing her, and it really shows you the life of what being a celebrity is and like the really dark holes it has. So I think she definitely deserved it, and that was one nomination that I knew was going to win.
Going back to Scarlett Johansson in
Yeah.
Marriage Story, I think we already touched base on this. I don't think she deserves the nomination for this. She deserved the nomination for Jojo Rabbit, but not for Marriage Story. I don't think her or Adam Driver deserved a nomination.
Yeah, I think her character was a bit more developed than Adam Driver's, and I liked her performance more.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think it stands up to the rest of the people.
Yeah, I think Saoirse Ronan, I think she deserved the nomination for Little Woman. She definitely did really good. And if I had to choose between her getting the nomination or Florence Pugh getting the nomination, I think I would have chose her. Just because it's hard to portray someone from an adaptation, and I think she just did it really well.
I'm kind of surprised that no actors or actresses from Parasite made it onto the
Yeah.
list.
That's a really good point.
Which, I mean, they all kind of, I don't know, none of them really stuck out that much, I think,
Yeah.
in the movie. I think the only one I could say was either the son or the mom.
Or, like, the maids even, I think.
I don't know. I think they were all kind of just, like, evenly balanced in the film, that one of them doesn't get leading, because none of them was,
Yeah.
like, the main lead. They were all seen through the same eyes. I know
Yeah.
it focused a lot on the son, but still, like, there's a good even balance between all the characters in the show.
Yeah.
Movie.
Considering how well they did, I feel like I can't really complain about that. Just because they
Yeah.
would have swept. Like, really swept.
I think it's hard to even compare Parasite to the rest of these movies, because it's like, I feel like it's so different than...
And it's such an unusual nomination
yeah,
that the Oscars
Well-deserved
doesn't really see.
nomination.
Yeah.
for sure, well-deserved.
But Cerise Ronan. Did I say that
Saoirse. She had an
Saoirse?
interview where she
Saoirse.
kept on saying her name and no one ever got it right. I think
I
it's
think it's
Saoirse.
Saoirse, something like
I've
that.
heard it multiple times, so I just say whatever comes out. But no, I loved her.
Yeah.
In Little Women. I love Little Women in general.
Yeah.
I think it's my second favorite movie on the list besides Parasite. But Little Women.
I feel like Little Women, it's such a known, like, story that it's hard for people not to love it. But at the same time, if you look at it separately and hadn't known that it was an adaptation, I feel like it wouldn't be as loved.
Well, I think since it's been done, this is like the 5th time that it's been
Yeah.
adapted into a movie, so it's being compared to all these past adaptations, which makes it kind of harder to do better on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Saoirse, though, I just loved her character in the movie, because it is like a period piece, you could say.
Yeah.
But her character is very modern, and I think she did that really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Should we just go down the list of best pictures now?
Yeah, Best Picture.
Okay, to be honest, I didn't see Ford or Ferrari because it didn't really pique my interest at all.
Same.
I didn't think it. I don't really like car movies, and I didn't think it looked that good either way. And I didn't really hear much buzz about it anyway, so I didn't really
Yeah.
expect it.
I think it's got a certain audience, and I was not that audience.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. One that a lot of people are talking about as a nomination is 1917, just because war movies are always put up for nominations, but it's very rare that they ever win. because I feel like it feels like they've been done so many times before, so people don't feel the need to like keep watching them, if that makes sense.
Well, it came down to, I think, 1917 and Parasite being the two front runners for this category.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's what I was reading all over Twitter as the night was going on, but I think it could have been. I think Joker was somewhat in the running, but
Yeah.
after a while, I was like, I kind of lost hope with that.
I know.
But I like Jojo Rabbit. I was kind of surprised that it was nominated so much. Like, it was a good
Yeah.
movie, but like, I don't know. I was really surprised because they don't really pick a lot of well, it's not a comedy movie. It's like a satire, but still like kind of like a comedic movie. They don't really pick those to nominate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this year it's interesting because a lot of the movies up for Best Picture are like super good, but also the two frontrunners, Parasite and 1917, are so good that I feel like they're kind of in another tier.
Yeah,
So-
like they were all over social media.
Yeah.
With 1917, with the continuous shot, which has been done before, so
I don't get what the big deal
It was-
is
With
the
about
buzz,
it.
yeah.
I loved it.
It was well put together, but like it's not the first time that's ever been done. So I don't know what's the big craze about that is. But I think it's just this list of nominations for Best Picture is such a diverse. We have like kind of like a horror movie basically from Joker. We have like a war movie. We have a lot of like different. We have like comedy, just like a bunch of different things like thriller and all that. We just have such a diverse list. I think that we haven't seen in other years. I feel like in other years it's just mostly historical movies that are put up, and sometimes like dramas.
yeah.
Like, I'm surprised at a lot of Netflix movies.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if, like, maybe Hulu and other big companies will start making movies to try to get up for Oscars. But I read something about how they want to, like, ban streaming services from being nominated.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're making a movie just like everyone else.
Yeah, and it's like the same budget, same production.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like though for A Marriage Story and The Irishman, it's a very different viewing experience because like if you're in a theater with surround sound and a massive screen, that's like a good experience, whereas if you're just on your phone in your bed, that's a different viewing experience. So I wonder what that will do with the winner and if that will play any part in it.
Yeah. And then really quick before our time is up, we have about a minute or two left. So I wanted to talk about, first of all, no women in the directing category or in many of the categories, to be honest, and that was a huge thing at the Oscars.
Yeah, they've had a lot of trouble with diversity, I think. But I'm really glad that Parasite did so well as a foreign film.
Yeah.
Getting
That
that many nominations.
I feel like that brought back some of the backlash from them. But at the same time, like there were so many women and
Some-
like people,
Sorry.
minorities could have.
Some nominations I wanted for the actress categories was Lupita.
Lupita.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. I wanted her. She was from Us, the one by Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
I thought she did such a good job as an actress in that movie. She played two different characters the entire movie, and she was like, I think she should have been nominated for at least leading actress. Another one was Awkwafina. I think she's kind of an underrated actress as well, but I think she's kind of gaining. She was in Farewell, and I think she did a good job, and I think she could have earned a nomination as well. And I just think like maybe there might be a bias, and I don't know. They could show a little bit more diversity, hopefully, in the next 93rd year of the Oscars.
Hopefully. And really quick, I'm back to my Florence Pugh obsession. Her in Midsommar, that just isn't fair. Like, she showed so much emotion in that, especially with the scene. It's so hard.
And such like a personal character arc. She showed so much range, like through the duration of that movie.
Yeah.
Where's her name? Where is she?
I think the only two categories that Midsommar could have gone nominated for was cinematography and leading actress for Florence. But other than that, I don't think it deserved anything else.
Yeah.
We're going to end it here.
Thanks for joining us.
Watch our next episode of Cracking the Pop Culture Code.
We'll see ya.